So when it comes to exploring the world around us, the sky is the limit, right? Well, here at 51 Drones, maybe not the case anymore. Today I'm going to show you something that I'm very excited to show you. I've been wanting to check one of these out for a very long time. And what it is, it's the Gladius Mini ROV from Chasing Innovation. What this is, basically, is an underwater drone. So I'm so excited to show it to you. So let's get right to it. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this happens to be your first time here, this is 51 Drones and my name is Russ. If you enjoy what you see today or any of my other content, feel free to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So it's been just over 2 years since I started this channel, and the majority of my time has been spent talking about drones and other drone related technology. But to keep things interesting, I think it's always fun to try out new stuff, to show you guys new products, to teach you new things, and basically just keep things fun and interesting. And so what we're going to do today, we're going to get right into that. We're going to check out something that I've been wanting to look at for quite a while now, probably almost 2 years since I started my channel, and it's an underwater ROV, or an underwater drone. Now, it's not actually a drone because it is tethered, it's not wireless, but I'm going to use that name interchangeably. Sometimes I'm going to call it a drone, sometimes I'm going to call it an ROV. Now, I should tell you that this is just a first look at everything that the Gladius Mini is about. The hardware, the backpack, everything that you get when you order a Gladius Mini. We're going to get into the software just a little bit, but this is actually a demo version. This is just kind of the first version. They're still finalizing the final product, but they're still working on that. And so although the hardware probably isn't going to change very much, they're still going to change a little bit, like the packaging and the software and stuff like that. What I'm actually going to do is, over the next month or two, I'm going to do a series of videos on the Gladius Mini. Like I said, this is just going to be kind of an intro to the product, show you everything that you get. My second video is going to get a little bit deeper into the software, into how it functions under the water. We're not going to take it in the water today. I'm just going to show it to you. The next video, we'll probably get it into the water and show you the image quality. And then I think on the third video, I'm going to try to make it 3 videos. We'll do kind of a tutorial on the best settings to use for the Gladius Mini. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see all 3 of those videos. So the first thing that I want to show you is actually the backpack that comes with the Gladius Mini. This thing is put together quite well. So I'm going to just open it right here. Now, I should tell you, it's quite heavy when you have everything in here, and it's padded very well, which is important. I did put this on my back. I walked around the yard a little bit, and it was really nice to have this padding that I'm about to show you. But what we'll do is we'll just open it up. I'll pull everything out, and then we'll go through that after I show you the backpack. So the first compartment, the very first compartment, has the top piece right here made of this hard EVA foam. This is kind of the standard today in storage solutions, but this is where it stores all of the components: the controller, the Wi-Fi module, the charger, and the mobile adapter, the mobile phone holder or tablet holder. So we'll get to that in just a second. So that's in the top compartment. If you look a little bit deeper in here, you can see it has another zippered pouch right there, and you can store other things in there like your iPad or, you know, whatever you want to put in there, licorice, sunflower seeds, whatever. So we're going to zip that up, and then we're going to zip open the bottom compartment, and this is actually where the ROV is held. And it is very, very striking. This bright yellow, it brings to mind, what is that song by that band about that brightly colored boat that we all live in under the sea? You can never be too careful with copyright strikes. You know what I'm talking about, but that's instantly what I thought of when I saw this thing. Yes, it does look like a yellow submarine. So very nice looking unit. We're going to get to that in just a second, and we'll put that off to the side. This is the tether that you use to connect it to the wireless module. Like I said, this is an ROV, it's not a drone, so it's connected by a tether. When you look in the backpack here, this is a pre-molded piece that the drone sits in. The ROV or drone sits right in there, so that's really good for making sure that it stays in position so it's not slipping around as you're walking. It holds it in there nice and snugly. Same thing here, snugly, that's a fun word to say. Right here, this is where the tether goes. And then you get this really nice towel as well that I'm going to show you. Let's close that up. We're going to flip it over here and look at the back side and show you the padding. Right there is the padding. got these shoulder pads right here for your middle back. Got some dog hair on there already. And then this is the bottom pouch, and my iPad mini fits in there very nicely, fits just right. Full-size iPad won't fit in there. I think that's what that other zippered compartment is for. It has extra stitching everywhere. This thing is really put together well. The shoulder straps are padded. Everything is padded very well. And the zippers are heavy duty. It's not cheap zippers. So very, very nice backpack. So let's put that off to the side and let's get into the good stuff. Not that the backpack isn't good stuff, but I know what you all want to see. So let's lay out this nice little towel here. They do throw in this Chasing Innovation towel. This is for drying it off once you've completed using your ROV. So right here, let's just get to the tether first of all. This tether has two ends to it. They're both the same. This is actually how you connect the ROV to the wireless module. And the reason that there's a tether is because Wi-Fi cannot travel through liquid, through fluid. And so what you do is you connect the tether to the ROV and then to this wireless module. This is what sends the video signal to your mobile device. And so I'll show you how to do that in just a second. And speaking of the wireless module, here it is right here. Very lightweight. It's pretty simple. It has an on switch, off switch, and then this is the port where you connect it to, and we'll show you that here in a second. And then there's a reset button as well. So I'm going to set that off to the side there. Let's pull this over. Here is the control unit. For anyone that uses RC stuff, drones, cars, whatever, this is a typical controller. It fits nice in the hand. The sticks move quite well. It's not too tight of a spring, not too loose of a spring. So they do have a really nice feel to them. We'll get to more of the controller here in just a second. Here is the plug-in cord and the charging brick. The charging brick is what you use to charge the wireless module as well as the ROV. And so that's what those are for. And then here's a micro USB cable that's included for charging the controller. The controller is actually charged with 5-volt micro USB cord here. You do need a brick at home to plug that into. And this is the mobile device holder. This is the bracket arm that connects your mobile device holder to the controller. And finally, the last thing here is the ballast for seawater. The ROV actually has two ballasts. One is for seawater and one is for freshwater, and they sit flush in the bottom of the ROV right here. And so if you're going to be using this, in the ocean where it needs more, a little heavier ballast, then you just swap that out for the freshwater one. And so since we have the ROV here, let's set that right here. The Gladius Mini is claimed to be one of the most easy to control and one of the most steady underwater ROVs on the market today. And the reason for that is it has 3 vertical thrusters. It's got one in the back here and then 2 in the front. And then it has the 2 horizontal thrusters. And those 3 vertical thrusters are the difference maker because you're able to, the Gladius Mini is actually able to hold a position. So once you set it into a certain position, if you're looking at rocks or some, plants or whatever, and you want to change the angle that you're traveling at, you can set that angle and it will hold that angle. And so that's really cool, having those 3 thrusters. And when I fire it up here, I'll show you how they all work, but it's really, really cool. So let's set this off to the side there. So that is all of the hardware that comes in the package. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you how to hook everything up. We're going to download the app, and then we're going to connect the Bluetooth to the controller. We're going to connect the Wi-Fi and fire it up and just show you what the image looks like. And then I'll just kind of go through the drone a little bit more. So let's do that right now. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to get the mobile device connected. You're just going to unscrew this lock nut here and tighten it down just like that. And then this bracket actually fits into the back of the controller just like this. So we're going to loosen that screw. And then it just snaps into place just like that. And then the screw goes back in. And then you can adjust this to whatever position you like. You can use your mobile phone, you can use a tablet. I'm going to use the iPad Mini 2 today, just because I think it's nice to have a bigger picture. And I've been using it a little more with my drones. The reason I don't use it more with my drones is because I can't use the screen recorder on it, otherwise it overheats. And so it's going to work perfect for the Gladius. So I'm actually going to keep this in the Gladius bag. Now, when you get the tablet in here, you can position this to whatever position that you like. Once you get your angle set to however you want it, and you go ahead and tighten that lock nut on the back, and that'll hold it in position. Now, right now you can't, I don't have a tool to lock this. You know, you can tighten it a little bit here with your fingernails, I think, to get that into position, but I kind of wish there was a little screwdriver or something in here to lock that. You could use just about anything, but just to lock that arm into place. But once you have that set, it's not going to sit upright. That is one small tiny complaint that I have. It's not going to sit upright if you have the tablet on here and you have it sitting up like this. If you want to sit upright, you have to really bring that thing forward and sit like that. And so just a small complaint, probably the only thing so far that I've found wrong with this thing, if that's something that you could say is wrong. But so what we're going to do now, we got that all hooked up to there. We're going to set that aside. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect the tether from the ROV to the Wi-Fi module. And so it doesn't matter which end you use, they are both the same. You're just going to plug it in to the top of the ROV, and you want to make sure this is nice and snug, just like that. If you look here on the ends, you can see it has these little rubber washers, and you do get extra washers, and you do get extra caps for the end of the ports. For this port and for this port, you get extra rubber caps for that. You get extra screws, which fit, I think, in the bottom of the Wi-Fi module as well as the bottom of the ROV in case you lose any of those. So it's nice to have all the little extra accessories in there. And then you go ahead and attach it to the Wi-Fi module just like that. Make sure it's nice and snug. This is not waterproof, so you want to make sure that this stays out of water. And if you look on the side of the Wi-Fi module here, this is actually, when you flip up this rubber mount, it has a HDMI out port, so you can actually connect this to, say, like a smaller monitor or a TV. So let's say you're on the boat and you want to see a nice big picture, it'll feed to that device right there. And then this is the spot for your SD card, your micro SD slot right there. So that's pretty nice right there. And to turn the unit on the bottom right here, you have the red circle, which is off, the green line, which is on. It's going to go through a little setup process. Plays a fun song for you. There we go. The next thing that we need to do to get everything connected is you need to turn on your mobile device. All right. So now what you need to download is an app called IF.Dive, capital I, capital F.Dive. You can find that on the App Store or the Play Store. And you download that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to connect, first of all, the Wi-Fi of the Wi-Fi module to the mobile device. So you're going to pull up your settings and open up your Wi-Fi, and in just a few seconds the Gladius will pop up right there. Gladius, go ahead and click on that. The password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Join, and that'll take just a few seconds to connect, and there we have it connected. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to connect to the controller to the mobile device. We're just going to turn the controller on, and it should connect automatically. Once you open up the app, then it automatically connects to the Bluetooth. That asks you which controller to connect. There's only one controller. We're going to hit select, and then this little blue light will stop blinking. It'll stay on blue. There it is, and we are now officially connected. The controller is connected by Bluetooth to the mobile device, and the Wi-Fi is connected to the Wi-Fi module to the mobile device. So we are all hooked up and ready to take this thing under the water. Now, like I said, we're not going to do that today. We're going to do that in a future video, but I just want to show you really briefly what the app looks like, what the software looks like. This is not the final version, but it does give you an idea of all of the information on here that you're able to see. One thing in particular that I want to show you down here in the lower left-hand corner, hopefully you can see that with the lighting, but it shows the position of your ROV. So as you are using this in the water, and as it changes position, you can see that that little icon changes as well. So if you're going to be tilted up at a 45-degree angle, that shows you at all times what position your ROV is in. And I think that is just amazing. And like I said, we're not going to go through the app completely here, but I just want to show you that all the information is available to you up here on the settings. You click on settings, you can change your system settings, change the settings for the ROV, you can calibrate it, you can change your camera settings right here. You can format your SD card, you can change the settings for your controller, you can change the input settings right there. So a lot of different ways to customize your use of the Gladius Mini. Right here's your camera settings. So very cool there. All the different settings that you can have for video, for photography. You can set it to RAW or just JPEG, burst shoot. You know, you can change your shutter speed to manual or auto. So just amazing. I can't wait to get this in the water and show you everything that this thing can do and experience it for the first time myself and share that with you as well. So there's a look at the app. I do want to show you just one more thing here on the Gladius Mini. Let's go ahead and turn these lights on. On the front of the Gladius Mini, it has these very bright, I want to say 2200 lumens each. I can't remember exactly. I'll put it up on the screen here. The lights are very bright. And so I just want to show you what they look like here. I'm going to go ahead and set this down. And over here on the left-hand side, you just push that right there. And right there is your light power. Click on that, and it turns on your LEDs just like that. And then on the control wheel on the left-hand side here, this is how you control the brightness of the light. So as I turn the control wheel, see if you can see that here. As I turn the control wheel, it gets brighter. Turn it to the left, it gets dimmer. So very nice to be able to control your lighting, especially if you don't need as much light and you want to save some battery, you can turn that LED light down. So pretty neat. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the light and then just real briefly show you on the controller here. At the very top, we have the record button or the take a photo button right here. Right here is the mode. You can change from video to photo using that button right there. As I just showed you, this is to adjust the lighting. And then on the right-hand side, this is to adjust the tilt while you're in the water of the ROV. Let's go ahead and turn this on. I don't want to run it too long without water, but I just want to show you what it looks like. And to turn it on, there's the unlock button right here on the screen, or you can use the unlock button right on the controller. So we're going to push that. So there you go. So pretty cool. Like I said, you don't want to run it dry for too long. You want to make sure that it's in water if you're going to use that for any length of time. Now, a couple other things interesting on here. It does have VR mode, so you can use VR goggles. You can actually do live streaming, which is really cool. So I'm definitely going to check that out in one of the future videos. So lots to show you here yet. And like I said, if you're not subscribed and you want to see more about the Gladius Mini, be sure to subscribe because this is going to be so cool and I can't wait. Like I said, I've always been a big fan of the water, boating, fishing, swimming, all that stuff. And my family's big into water. And the other cool thing about it is the regulations, they're not there. Like I don't have to worry about the FAA, you know, coming and taking away my drone or fining me. I don't have to worry about anything. I can make money and not have to worry about having my Part 107 license. You know, you can do inspections with this, docking inspections, boat inspections, and I'm not going to do too much of that. Most of the time, I'm just going to be using it for fun. Or maybe looking for my GoPro that I lost 2 years ago. I've always wanted to find that. I don't think I will. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, but possibly. You never know. I'm going to take it out to the area where I lost my GoPro and do a little searching, and who knows, that would make for a great video, wouldn't it? But anyway, hopefully I gave you something of value today. Hopefully you were entertained and you saw something that you hadn't seen before. If I did, go ahead and click on that thumbs up button. Like I said, subscribe for more content on the Gladius Mini, as well as other drone content, tech-related content. I want to thank you guys for watching today, and as always, swim smart and swim safe, I guess. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one.